Welcome, everyone. This is Heather, the Cozy Creative Teacher, and I decided that what I want to go ahead and do is show you my weekly actions and my weekly reflections pages for the entire month of December. I think that would be kind of something fun, something a little interactive, something that I can kind of show you guys. And I think it would be something really cool that, you can kind of get to see the process of it. I am also exploring using a variety of different cameras just to see kind of how things work. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and go over my weekly actions with you. And usually, if you are new to my channel, the way I go about my weekly actions is I review what I did throughout the week and I just check off what I feel like I was able to get. Um, I just feel like I check off what I was able to accomplish. So, hair maintenance, yes. My values in journaling, yes. Home cooked meals, yes. Creativity, yes. Scrapbooking, yes. Teacher Inspiration Hub, that is my online teacher community, and I believe we have almost 30 members in there. I have uploaded about 5 YouTube videos this week, and I'm trying to do about 5 videos a week instead of every single day. And I do have like a lot of pre-recorded material so that I can just kind of go back and edit and then just re-upload. Shopping night, Sunday dinner. We did not do any date nights. That's okay. Christmas decorations, curtains, no spend coffee, Bible reading, Be Free Bible series, Bible study series that I'm doing with Designs by Planet Perfect. So I have kind of been able to accomplish those things. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my weekly reflections, which is I'm just going to kind of talk about my wins, what worked, what did not work, what lessons I learned this week, and what adjustments I need to make. And then on this page, I'm going to, for December 8th to the 14th, I'm just going to list what are some weekly actions I want to focus on for the week. So, in terms of wins, and I want to make sure that you guys can actually see everything. Great. So, in terms of wins, I feel like I was able to work on my physical maintenance. And that especially has to do with my hair because I have to use a lot of special serums to help maintain my hair and my growth. Um, Definitely my values journaling was a win because I feel like something that I'm focusing on a lot is like trying to make sure that everything I do is has an intention of adding value to either myself or other people that I interact with. So I'm really being especially aware of that, especially this month of December. I feel like I was able to budget a little bit more this week, which was good. Spent more time like eating at home, drinking coffee from home versus like kind of, you know, eating out, especially in the month of December, because you guys know if you celebrate the season of Christmas or St. Nicholas, um, that's kind of what happens. We spend money, but that's okay. Now, my teacher, well, let me talk about what. Well, WINS is my teacher inspiration hub. And that's my online community for teachers. And here's my win. There are 30 members in that community. And I'm just so blessed to be able to kind of work on, to just be able to work on a project like that where I'm working on inspiring other people from all over the world. There are people from Italy, Australia, England, Canada, the United States. There's just people from just about every continent represented in that community. Um, except Spain and Asia. So that's my goal, is to have teachers from all over the world connected in an online community where we just talk about our goals, our actions, things that inspire us, and making project planning and just thinking about how we can use what we learn as teachers to inspire the world and change it. So I just feel like that's a blessing and definitely a win for the week. Something that worked was home cooked meals. I've been trying to like focus on like defrosting food from the night before so that when I come home the next day, I'm able to go ahead and make sure that I have that I have the meat ready and thawed out so that I can start cooking. Um, what worked was scrapbooking. I had so much fun starting my scrapwork project. My scrapbooking project, I do not, I do have it here. I'm gonna show you just because I think it's like nice to kind of like give you guys a little bit of insight into some of the projects that I like to do. And guys, these are not things you have to do. These are things that I want to do because I just think they are so much fun and I want to make sure you can actually see it. Yes. So this is actually from the Coco Daisy. This is a Daisy book from the Coco Daisy scrapbooking subscription box. And I actually made it like a little folder. I made like a little envelope with a little card and I decorated the first page. I think I will use this maybe as a memory book, as I'm actually not quite sure what this will turn out to be. So I just wanted to show you, I actually did get to spend some time working on scrapbooking. Christmas decorations, Christmas decor. I feel we have our Christmas tree up. We usually have our Christmas tree up by the second or by the third week or like right before Christmas. And this year we were able to get it up Saturday, which was December 6th, believe it or not. So we have our Christmas decor up. I'm just kind of fine tuning and washing some of the curtains and blanket throws that we have because a lot of it is Christmas themed. But in general, we are up and running for Christmas, so I'm very happy about that. Um, what worked was YouTube, and originally I'm gonna put a star there because that is like a big stretch goal for me. So I actually want to use maybe if I can find a color. Oh, this looks nice. I'm gonna put stretch over here in, this is navy blue, a little gel pen from Archer and Olive. This YouTube is a stretch goal because I am new to filming. I'm new to using a lot of different types of equipment, and and editing especially. So that's something that I'm growing and learning from, but I'm also trying to kind of just learn different things about working on ways to connect with others and show others what I'm doing so that hopefully they can learn from it. Here's what did not work. Home lunch. Believe it or not, home lunch did not work. And let me explain why. We are a family of 5, and I don't have little children. I have big children. My daughter is 18, my other daughter is 14, and my son is 12. And of course I have my husband, and like even if I cook like 2 to 3 pounds of meat and I have, we have rice and or potatoes for dinner with a little fruit or veggie on the side, more than half of it is gone. And then I'm thinking, well, usually my husband comes home during the day for lunch, and also my daughter who's 18, she comes home for lunch, and by the next day it's pretty much gone. So home lunch is a little tricky for me. But I did get some food, some like little snack packs and things like that from BJ, so I'm hoping that's going to kind of fill some spaces there. What else did not work? Date night. We were not able to get date night. For me and my husband, a little date night is kind of, we'll take a little drive, maybe upstate New York. We like to go like for little walks together. We like to go to Tractor Supply just to kind of look around and see what kind of equipment is available, or even like some fun gifts that we like to give away to people, or even just shopping for the home together. And this weekend we just did not get to do that. So hopefully I will push that into the next week. Let's see what else. I feel like honestly those things did not work. Um, yes, those are the things that not works. What lessons that I learned is that um, I still have to push my body to rest or allow my body to rest. I have to allow time for rest, for hydration, because I do feel like I'm not hydrating enough this week. I'm going to put some semicolons. Allow time for rest, hydration, and stretching. Stretching. And I have to allow myself to kind of like listen to my body. When my body is telling me it's time to stop, Heather, you have to take a break, I have to do that. Okay. Um, Adjustments. So I work in a school. If you work in a school as well, whether it's a elementary, middle, high school, or even a college or university, and I'm sure this happens to everyone, that when you walk into work, you don't even stop to breathe. You just go, 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 go. And that is something that absolutely drives me crazy, because that is a habit that I do, and it always messes things up for me. So, my adjustment for this week, and I have to highlight that, baby, because if not, I'm just like afraid that I'll never hit that goal. So, I'm gonna actually I want to use a different highlighter, not yellow. Let's do green. Green for go. How about that? Green for go. Here's my adjustment. What's a lime green? Whatever. Green for go. I will do so I like to do something called intentions, my intentions journal, whenever I start the day. So I usually can't do that at home, because I wake up about 5:45. By about 6:30, I have to be out of the house to drive my daughter to school, and then it takes me about an hour to get to work. So the adjustments I need to make when I get to work, I must do intention setting. And I'll just write intentions. I actually have a journal from Makselife for an intent. It's like an intentions journal. Um, and it just really helps to set up my day the way I want to. Um, and then I'll go into like checking my emails and responding to emails, and then setting up my meetings for the day. But I'm not setting my intentions, and instead, what's happening is that I go right into work. I go right on the computer and I check emails, and I never take a breath to stop. And then I kind of feel like I'm just on my whole body, my brain, my emotions are all on autopilot, and it just kind of messes me up. And then I just feel that, and that is one of the reasons why I do think that sometimes teachers get overwhelmed, because we don't take that time to just stop when we walk into our classrooms or in our jobs, and take time to kind of just ground ourselves, situate our mind, our body, and our spirit, and then get to the work of teaching. So I feel like we're not filling ourselves up first. My goal is this week, especially, to focus on my intentions, and I call them AM intentions. Basically, right when I walk in, my starting time is 8 a.m. That's when I want to do my intentions. I'm going to go into work, 8 a.m., intentions, then continue my day. Now, something I forgot to add, something that did not work else, was 15-minute workout. Minute 15-minute workout. That's nothing special. It is literally something from YouTube. I just find a video, dumbbells, lunges, something, just to get my body moving. I did not do that. I actually also injured my arm this week, so there's that. But something that I have to focus on is making sure that I allow my body the time that it needs to like stretch and you know, I know my body is telling me that it needs to stretch and, you know, walk a little bit more. So maybe this week that's what I'm going to focus on. So now that I've done my weekly intentions, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put like maybe 3 dots for each of my Makselife areas of life. Sometimes, yeah. So these are the dot markers I purchased from the Makselife Black Friday sale. And I decided to order just a bunch of different things from them. Financials only going to be 2, and then one of them with their dot markers. I've never used their dot markers, so I'm pretty excited that I was able to kind of use that little sale to be able to buy their products so that I can kind of have like a little complete, you know, complete thing here. Did I have to buy that? No, absolutely not, because look, I have dot markers from a woohoo, but I've never had dot markers from Makselife. And the thing is that it was kind of like a huge thing, like in terms of if you wanted to buy something from their site, they were selling it in bundles. So the bundle that I purchased, that's okay. The bundle I purchased was like kind of the color coding system, and it came with markers, highlighters. Here's one of the highlighters that it came with. It came with markers, it came with highlighters, it came with sticky notes and washi tape. It was just like a whole little set. So now let's go ahead and do our weekly actions. Definitely I have to continue my hair maintenance. So my hair, sometimes when I'm overworked and just pushing myself too hard, it falls out. I don't really use chemicals in my hair like hair gel and things. I usually have always just used leave-in conditioner, but I decided to purchase a rice bar to wash my hair, and also some kind of a grow serum that I've used before. So I'm gonna have to go back to using that to strengthen my hair again. Values journaling. And something else personal that I feel like I do want to add are daily pages. So let me explain that. I'll just put daily journal. So here's my calendars, but I have this little booklet that I want to finish for the month of December, and I'm trying to decide what to use it for. And I just feel like I should just use it for journaling. So I want to do something where I'm doing like more of a stream of consciousness type of journaling. But right now it's in another journal, but I feel like, you know, again, I'm just trying to make sure everything stays in my little booklet here. So because of that, I'm just gonna kind of use one of the books in here. Now I could choose to use my Planner Perfect December subscription box journal for that. But what I don't think that I'm going to be, you need all of these pages for December. It's possible that I won't need it. So I'd rather not like start something, because every month I'm going to be getting a new journal from Planner Perfect. So I think what I'd rather do is just use this Makselife dot grid notebook and just kind of maybe finish it for the month of December so that I could start a new journal in January. But let's see. But I do want to do daily journaling. My goal for day, I literally have a goal for this, and that is 3 pages. 3 pages a day. So that's something I really want to make sure I push, because I just feel like sometimes when I'm able to kind of let all my thoughts out on the page without even stopping and thinking, I just personally feel like I'm able to just I'm just able to basically kind of like, it's almost like a brain dumping time and clear my head. Okay, health and wellness. I'm gonna have to, so In terms of the 15-minute workout, and I circled the number 3 for 3 times a week. I actually injured my right shoulder, which is my dominant, writing arm. And I couldn't go to work, and they gave me some muscle relaxers and Advil to take. That has kind of like, so I think that's like a little sign that's telling me it's time to start like kind of lifting little dumbbells or doing some stretch exercises for my arms and my joints again. Especially because it's winter time, and you tend to not be outside as much because you just want to be inside of the house where it's cozy. So I think it's time to kind of like start pushing myself just a little bit more, and I'm going to push for at least 3 times this week. um Home lunch, I want to make sure I take some home lunch, and that's 5 because I work from Monday to Friday. um let's see, something else I want to continue, and I'm going to go back into my monthly goals to see if there's anything I want to add into my weekly actions. Fun and recreation. Ooh, baking. There we go. I want to bake a cake. I think, and then we have, let's see, fun and recreation, bake a cake, and then maybe some shopping. I actually have to, it's December, guys. I have to shop for so many things. So maybe I can start setting up for, in terms of fun and rec, I can start setting up my shopping list for, and I'm gonna put Xmas for Christmas, because that's actually something that I do have to do, and I have not set up the shopping list yet. So that's something I think that I could kind of work on and have some fun with it. So probably what I'll do is I'll create like a nice little journal page, and decorate it just to make it kind of that fun and exciting for me. Work and learning, I do have to send out an email. I have to work on my YouTube. I want 5 uploads this week. I have to send an email definitely to a huge group of people that I work with. And then, of course, I will be focusing on my teacher inspiration group. And I'm trying to work with them specifically on like weekly actions. But what I'm also noticing is that there's teachers basically from all types of disciplines, and some of them want like support on classroom management routines. So maybe I'm gonna like think of restructuring and adding some additional resources for them, and maybe actually walking them through some of the resources, because I feel like, there's so many things that people can purchase and get online, but sometimes we have to kind of break things down for people, um, so that they can use the resources and benefit from them 100%. So that's my goal: is my teacher inspiration group and resources and support. That's something that I want to make sure that I have set up for my community. Family and relationships, I do want to have a date night this week. That's going to be so much fun. And then, of course, Sunday dinner, I want to keep that as a tradition. We used to do Sunday dinner all the time as a family, and we just get busy because everybody's doing so many different things and studying for exams and quizzes and working and volunteering. So back to Sunday dinner, which is really important for us to kind of take that time as a family every night, at least once a week, where we sit, phones are away, and we are spending time together in each other's presence. I am working on my Bible reading this month. I was working on like a fun December book, but I'm actually enjoying going back to reading the Bible. I want to do my Be Free course. And this, for spiritual and personal growth, this week is St. Lucie Day. and also Our Lady of Guadalupe. I've already bought, for St. Lucie Day, I usually just make a white cake. And for Our Lady of Guadalupe, it's celebrating the patron saint, I believe, of Central South America. So I want to make sure that I kind of get like, it's kind of like taco night for us. So I might do maybe some enchiladas, maybe some like tacos and nachos for the family. So maybe some lime flavored key lime, some lime rice. I think that would be so much fun. So those are things that I'm planning for. And I've already done the shopping for St. Lucie Day for Our Lady of Guadalupe. That's the next step. So, and then financial, I have 1K for December. My paycheck comes on the day of the 14th, so 1K will go straight to my account. So I'm gonna put on the 15th, and I'm gonna circle that because that's when I know I'm gonna do my full transfer. Let's see, and physical environment, we are physical environment. I have to organize my office. I'm always organizing my office, but there are so many, there's like, I'm trying to restructure the way the boxes are all set up and throw out old things that are just so old that I know I'm not going to use them again. If you are a person who kind of likes to hold on to things all the time, because for me, I like to hold on to like old planners and old project work that I'm doing or that I've done, because sometimes I'm thinking to myself, I might have to go back to it again. But if it's 4 or 5 years old, I I think it's safe to say it is okay to get rid of it. So, but sometimes that happens. We all get stuck in that loop where like we like to keep things, and it's almost like a sense of memory keeping and holding on to something of value to you. But sometimes I think it tends to over clutter what you're doing. So I'm gonna definitely organize my office. And one idea I had was to purchase maybe some bins, some storage baskets or some storage bins. So we'll see if I'm gonna I'm gonna go in that direction. Um, we've already done our Christmas decor. Christmas curtains, I'm almost done setting up. So I feel like this is my weekly actions for the week. Now, next step is what I'm gonna do. So, because here's the thing, this is what I'd like to do, but do I have a plan for when I'm gonna do it? Let me look into my December calendar, my December planner, and this is the Planner Perfect A5 December 2025 planner, and I get this directly from the subscription box. And as you can see, I've already kind of did the setup of this. That is in a video that I've already posted for you guys, so make sure you check it out. And I've already kind of set this up ahead of time with kind of little stickers and just some fun stuff. I use Amy Plans Things stickers as well as Planner Perfect stickers, and also Cocoa Daisies. No, those are not. These are Cocoa Daisies. Wait a second. Where are my Cocoa Daisies? Here we go. This spread here is Cocoa Daisy stickers. So you can see I kind of set it up ahead of time. I have a method to my style of sticker stuff? No, I just take out my stickers and I like to have fun with it. So let me look at my Monday. This Thursday, I already know that it's an evening concert for my daughter. For my daughter Emily, she has a school concert. Friday is an office party for me at EA. That's the code name for my job that I work at. Monday is kind of it's kind of like the start to my week. So in terms of that, I have to review my project planner, and then I have to check and set up my Loom. And Loom is, and Zoom also. Those are the two things that I'm using to record some trainings for teachers that I'm working with right now. Wednesday is my middle school day. I actually go to a different building every Wednesday. In my campus, I go to the middle school and I work with the middle school ESL teacher and teachers and students on that day. And that's my middle school day. Saturday, my son has Polish school. Sunday, or one of these days, my daughter has volleyball practice. What I'm hoping to do on Saturday is when my son is in Polish school to get some shopping done if I can. And that's probably, I'm thinking more grocery shopping for anything that I need to get for the house. Tuesday is my annual goals training. I'm actually hosting a webinar on annual goal setting for teachers. So but it is only available to those who are members of my community, so I will not be posting it on this channel. However, if you're interested in that, the link to join my online community is will be in the description of this video, so you are more than welcome to join. We would love to have you join us, but it is an annual goals training webinar. And I think in general, let me just double check if I'm going to add in any of these goals to this. I do want to bake the cake on Monday for our family. Bake the cake. I do want to have some, let me see if I want to plan any specific meals this week. Thursday, my son Matthew has tutoring. He has a math tutoring on that day. It's from 3:30 to 4:30. So you could see kind of, I just map out a few things that I can remember off the top of my head. Let's see. Organizing the office, that usually for me is going to be a Saturday is my big like house cleaning and organization day. So I'm going to put office organization in my Saturday section of my planner, because that typically is the day that I am organizing my office. And I feel like this is it. Now, what I plan to do is write out my whole week on a day-to-day basis in lots more detail. But what I'm only doing, on the Sunday night to make it easier for myself, what I like to do my weekly actions and reflections. I like to set up my weekly actions for the following week, and then I'll just look at my weekly calendar just to try to map out some events that I know ahead of time, or even some goals for my weekly actions into the actual dates that I want to set them up. This planner always goes with me. It's in my purse because, again, it's an A5, and it's small enough and light enough that like I don't have to take a big planner with me. That's the reason I'm switching to this type of system. It just makes things a lot easier for me. So thank you so much for spending some time with me, stopping by and letting me share with you how I set up my weekly actions and my weekly reflections. These are my goals from Monday, December 8th, all the way to Sunday, December 14th. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.